So, how to write a web article? There is no perfect formula for a successful blog post. It takes more than words and pictures, a lot of which is out of our control. That is, network algorithms, timing, audience, etc. But sometimes you need a good framework. The one below built up a 1 million plus visitors to get started. So, here it is. Intro. Start with an experience from your own life. Write a story in the first person. Be vulnerable. My favorite writer, James Altucher, says to lead in the first sentence. This builds personal connection with your reader, even if you are representing a big brand. To me, this is where the good writers distinguish themselves from average writers. The best writers can tell a short, gripping, and humorous story in less than 5 sentences. After the opening anecdote, you need to transition to the thesis. Tie the personal story to the thesis by writing a sweeping statement with broad application. Answer the reader's question: why should I read this? You have cast your not a net widely with the transition, hoping to catch as many readers as possible. Now, laser into a specific and compelling case. Make the time they spend reading your article a rewarding experience. Your thesis should be damn similar to your title. The reader clicked the title because they thought it sounded interesting. If they leave the article after reading your thesis, then it means you mistitled your post. That means the clickbaiter. The title to the thesis relationship should be monozygotic. So then should be main argument first. Lose yourself here. Now that the reader has agreed to listen, quote experts, cite research, and draw from history, do not insert your opinion here. Rely on the authority and experience of big names. This needs to be researched, backed argument. Bring in science to support your claims. No one can argue with science. Also, it's super helpful to give readers a 1 to 3 sentence description of the research your cite, just in case people don't have time to get another link to read to themselves. Main argument second. Continue building momentum, except this time use case studies from various sources. You have stated your point and given facts to back it up. Now tell a story showing it worked for someone. Show picture of person, people in the story. Once you have told the story, knit argument first and argument second together. Show how the scientific proof manifested in the story. The congruence creates a neutral connection between the right and left brain of the reader, resulting in the foundation of a memory. Takeaways 3 to 5 depending on the length. Use a bulleted or numerical list to give the user specific and actionable ways to implement the thesis. Remember, takeaways should be backed by examples and research for why these ways and methods are superior, or why these will get readers the result they desire. The last one is the conclusion. Circle back to your beginning anecdote. Finish the story or mention how you would do it differently now that you know the thesis. This has a satisfying bookend effect on this article. Finally, zoom out to a bird's eye view and show the macro impact of the thesis. The goal is to leave the reader inspired. So, there it is. I hope that makes it easier for you to write your next web article, although it helped me a lot. But can I be honest for a moment? I don't always use this format, and actually, I hope you don't always use this format as well. However, because how boring would that be? You are supposed to use it as a guide only. As Pablo Picasso said, learn the rules like a pro so that you can break them like an artist.